I think personally, they're using these types of men, even like, and I don't think they're paying Dr. Julio, but Dr. Julio's in on this too. I think they use black men like you guys to, you know what I'm saying, to plant.
First of all, don't ever lump me in the same category as Charleston.
I will let you in, brother.
Disrespect is insane.
Brother, you like them to me. You can say it, but I'm just telling you the truth.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. I came here for one reason. To ask you two questions. One, do you think Kamala Harris is going to win the election?
If I had to guess right now, I would say I think she's going to win.
I got $100 says she doesn't.
Cool.
$100 says she doesn't win, and I'm gonna tell you why she's not going to win. Because unfortunately, the entire world is too patriarchal to elect. Could America elect a woman president? In theory, yes, but the rest of the world, I feel, is too patriarchal and frankly misogynistic to respect a woman president. I don't think that, and I think that Americans, whether they want to admit this or not, I think Americans understand that. But the rest of the world, I don't know that the rest of the world would be willing to respect a woman president. I think that's the greatest threat to Kamala Harris. It's not that she can't win black male votes.
There are women presidents all around the world, Dr. Julio. What are you talking about? I'm
talking about, okay, that have the power that the United States has?
There are women
military might have all of it. What
Germany,
country?
there's a woman. What are you talking? You're just making up stuff now. There's
No, I'm
women
not.
presidents
No, I'm
all
not.
around the world.
No, I didn't say.
Wait. Hold on, Dr. Julio. Don't add the caveat of them. Who freaking cares?
I care.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares if it's America or if it's Germany? What are you talking about? Nobody cares.
There's a massive difference in the size of the American military and the German military. There is a massive for how many years because she's not the first woman to attempt to run for office. She's not, and it's not that she can't get support because black men raised $1.3 million for this woman in 4 hours. So it's not that America can't do it. She can't get support because 53. And there was an event that 53,000 attendees. It was an event started by black men, raised $1.3 million for Kamala Harris. So she can get male support. That's not my question. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying she can't get support in America. I'm saying, is the rest of the world going to respect female running
because believe it or not, the rest of the world isn't as misogynistic as America is. I know America thinks that we're ahead of the curve.
We're pretty bad.
But we're actually behind in a lot of ways. And secondly, I think that for me, the problem that I have the most with all of this stuff isn't men or women like that. I specifically cannot for the life of me. I mean, I understand it. Don't get me wrong. I do understand. I've been talking about it this whole time. But black men supporting the Republican establishment is always going to be wild to me. Always, first and foremost. Secondly, black men specifically now railing against Kamala Harris and saying stupid stuff like she's not black, like as if y'all care about black, like y'all don't care about black people. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be the funniest shit ever is when black men who vote for a party who is completely anti-black. I mean, on the surface and below.
Do you not remember when Kamala Harris was being interviewed and she herself said she's not going to do anything that will only benefit, or rather specifically benefit?
So did Obama. So did Obama. So what?
I don't like him either. I know, but
that's not exclusive. Every president says that because they know in a racist country they can't say stuff like that.
Public, but the thing is, every other president prior to Barack Obama and prior to, if possible, because I don't mind if Kamala Harris wins, it ain't no skin on my back. Even if she becomes president, it amazes me that every other president had to deal with race except for Barack Obama or Kamala Harris. Every other president had to deal with race prior to Barack Obama, and Barack Obama is the only one who, while being black, did nothing in specificity for black people, nor did Kamala Harris even attempt to do so from the vice presidential seat, which she had power to at least influence certain things to take place, but she didn't.
Did you really expect these people to?
If you get into office off the backs of black people, you damn right I expect them to.
What Democratic president hasn't gotten into office off the backs of black people?
You're missing my point. They all when you're black, which is what I'm focusing on, which you can't run from. When you're black, I expect you to put black people first.
Exactly. Hold on, wait. Say it again.
When you are black in the office, when you are black in the office, you damn skip.
Now it's in the
No, it's not. We're talking about Barack Obama as the president, right? Wasn't Barack Obama the president?
No.
If you are a black man occupying the seat of white power, which is what the White House is, because it's been dominated by white men prior to him being 44 getting up in there, why would you not do something in specificity for the people that helped to get you in there that you come from?
I was more shocked that Barack Obama, not shocked. I'm sorry. That's the wrong word. I was not shocked. I was disappointed in Barack when after he won and after he got in on the backs of, he mobilized the youth, by the way, not just black people. He mobilized the youth, black, white, or otherwise, and the working class. That's who he got in there. The people who got him in there were the working class and the young. They got him in, and he got in the office, and then they did what you're supposed to do, which is they mobilized outside of politics, right? And they started to demonstrate and they started to protest. And you know what Barack said? Barack said, "Get those kids off of my lawn," and he sent the National Guards and so on and so forth to go out there and clear out the riffraff, which was at the time it was called the Occupy Wall Street movement. That's what Barack did, right? Before Barack got into office, did I expect him to do anything for the working class? No, because like I already told y'all, I literally looked up who was donating to his campaign, and I was like, oh, he's gonna do the same thing. I put Hillary's donations versus his donation at the time and put them side by side, and I was like, they look exactly the same. They're pretty much gonna do the same stuff. That was what I said. So whatever. I didn't expect Barack Obama to get into office and do anything specifically for black people. That's crazy. That's wild.
So that's a wild. So that's a wild. The man that weaponized. So the man that weaponized the history, he weaponized it politically, weaponized the history of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You didn't expect him to try to do anything for black folks. You literally did not expect that.
What president doesn't do that? Biden just did that. They all do that, bro. Who cares? Like, what are you talking? Why is that exclusive? Why is that exclusive to the black guy?
So
like, I'm not understanding.
So we're not gonna hold people that look like us.
Hold on, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. All of these presidents and all of these politicians that are, especially on the federal level, I ain't talking about on the local level, because some of them are legit and they really mean it. But on the federal level, all of these people are performers. Barack didn't even write his own speeches. What was it performing? About?
Was it performing when the Civil Rights Act of '64 was passed? Was it performing when the Voting Rights Act of '65 was passed? Was it performing when the Equal Housing Act of '68 was passed? All those were done by white presidents, by the way. Was that performing too? They were performing a job. They were holding the office of president, right? Was it performing when Truman desegregated the United States military, or Eisenhower? Excuse me, it was Eisenhower. Was it performing then? They were doing a job. Why is it that Caucasian presidents actually did I hate to say this, they did more to desegregate and to mitigate segregation than black presidents? Why do we let black folks off that have the power? When you sit in that seat, you have the power to do something, to influence policy, to have a member of Congress introduce legislation.
I don't think it's a matter of, I didn't let him off, first and foremost.
You just did, public. You just said you didn't expect me to do anything.
I didn't. That's not letting him off. I didn't expect him to do anything. That was the reality.
My God.
You did. That's your fault. You fell for it. I didn't. So you mad at me because I didn't fall for it? I didn't fall for it.
No. It's not fault. I didn't fall for it. I did. I'm not saying.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is it is interesting to me that.
Hold on, wait. Since you want to talk about, here's the thing too. Barack came in and he said, "All right, look, he did stuff that, and this is when I be wanting to talk about the reality of things." When these presidents, hey Kevo, please mute up. You got a lot of background noise. When these presidents do stuff, when you talk about desegregation, when you talk about things like that these are also, even though these are just laws that affect black people the most. These aren't black laws specifically. These are laws that affect black people the most, because there are other people who benefited from desegregation. There were other groups of people who benefited from the desegregation of the military. There was other groups of people. It wasn't like a black law. Like that was just something.
That doesn't mean that.
Let me finish. Hold on, brother. At the time, there was a lot of segregation. So and black people were the most segregated group. So when they desegregated it, it looked like to you, to a person that ain't trying to understand it, oh, that's a black thing. It wasn't a black thing. They desegregated for women. Everybody benefited from
public,
it.
I know that. That's why I said it. That's literally why I said it.
Hold on. So I'm going to take your same logic I'm gonna take your same example, right? Since it wasn't for black people, right? Since you thought, why they doing it? Okay,
The
cool.
most impacted group
hold
was
on,
who,
brother.
public?
Please, hold on, brother. And what did Barack do? He came in there and he passed he passed the Affordable Health Care Act, right? Which did what? Gave millions of black people health care insurance. Gave millions of black people health insurance. Okay. Millions of black people got health care insurance that otherwise couldn't afford it and didn't have it before, right? And still, yes, the measure was short, like all of these measures are. They're all short of the actual fix, but did it substantially impact black people? Yes. The same way desegregation did. That's what I'm saying.
You're
but you don't
repeating back
acknowledge
to me
that.
what I just said.
Hold on, Julio.
You're repeating back to me what I just said.
I'm not. You didn't say
I just heard this shit in real time. Why are you repeating back to me?
You didn't say that.
My point is, why does it appear that when Barack Obama gets in, because this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Kamala Harris is going to get in office if she happens to win, which I'm damn sure not voting for that woman. So she's not. If she happens to get, I know
you're not voting for her. You are misogynistic. And
I'm not misogynistic. I'm just not going to vote for somebody that has no interest in doing something.
Julio, you could try to lie to me all you want to, fam. I promise you.
I ain't got to lie to you.
I'm saying you can try to.
I'm not trying to. I'm telling you, I'm not voting for that woman, and it has nothing to do with me being misogynistic, because it's not what I am.
I believe you're not going to vote for her. I believe you. I already know that. You are an ardent Trump supporter. I get it. And you can try to wiggle at it. I ain't really. No, that's what you are. Because you know it's taboo. You know it's
not taboo. I will vote for Donald Trump because of the given options. He's the superior choice.
He's not. In what way? Is he more educated? Nope. Is he more? Hold on, wait. And is he just hold on, sir? Julio,
inflation was lower under Trump,
brother. When I'm talking, please stop talking. I'm tired of you.
It was lower under Trump than it was under Biden.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I don't care about none of them.
Black unemployment was at
start running off. I'm talking about Kamala Harris specifically, right? So you said that Trump is better. Oh yeah, I knew you was gonna run. You don't be wanting it. I knew you was gonna run. I knew you was gonna run. You better, you know better than to come up here with that shit, brother. Don't come up here with that shit. Dr. Julio, and when I made this prompt, I almost put some of the smaller TikTok creators' faces up here, and Julio would have fit right there. I was gonna put his face right there. Julio's face was gonna fit right there. I was gonna put his face right there. He doesn't see. I could, like I said, I'm with you. If you start talking policy, if you start telling me I don't want to vote for Kamala because she don't got X, Y, and Z policy that I want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think she's gonna fight for student loan forgiveness. I don't think she's gonna implement the Green New Deal. I don't think she's gonna do anything. I don't think she's gonna be proactive enough or active enough on climate change. I don't think she's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say stuff like that, then I'm listening to you. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can understand that. But then if you turn around and say I'm voting for Trump, then I'm like, what? What is that? How is he gonna do those things? No, he's not. So you can't make that excuse. So what else is it? You leave me with no other option. If you telling me that Trump is the better option based on what? Trump also is, I believe that Trump also is losing his faculties the same way Biden allegedly is. Allegedly. Both of them. How is he the better option? He's 80 years old. You think he's better than a 50-year-old woman? What are you talking about? A 50-year-old more educated woman is not better than, just on the surface, that don't make no sense. What are you talking about? What do you mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. That doesn't even make sense. She's been in politics for 20 years. He's been in politics for 4. Like, y'all don't make, that's what I'm saying. You can't hide the misogyny. You can't hide it. You can't hide that shit from me. On its face, Kamala is the better option. On its face. We ain't gotta go deeper into policy. She's better on there too. But just on its face, she's a better option than Trump. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. she's a better, that's what I went through all of that at the beginning to let y'all know. This is not a debate for me between Kamala or Trump. Trump isn't an option. He's not a viable option to me at all in any way, shape, or form. He's not a viable candidate at all. Kamala is, right? She is. I can understand that. She very much represents corporate interests very well. She's smart. She, you know what I'm saying? All those things for sure. She got that. She got the whole package, right? She can do the job. I'm not worried about that. But my problem is that she works for the corporation. That's my problem with all these people, that they work for the corporation. But Trump, well, what the hell? Aside from the obvious problems that he has, aside from the racism and the misogyny and all of that stuff, what is his policies going to do for you or me? Nothing. Craig, like, what are you talking about? He just said, Christians, you vote for me. I'm going to basically implement a neo-fascist, Christo-fascist state. We're done. Disqualified. You're disqualified if you say that. Right off the bat, like, there's no rationale beyond that. There's no rationale beyond that. Like, how can you make that make sense?